know you haters keep on shit you blocking. Don't give a fuck if your man is watching. Bitch, you look at the show you the married. I love my man cause he do me nasty. Yeah. I love my man cause he do me nasty. I like the way you are. 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 I like.
What's up, pussy asshole?
I like the way you are. I like the way you are. I like the way you are. Never more go side. Arriba, abajo. A la izquierda, a la derecha, para el medio.
What is going on, entertainers? This time come to y'all with another recap. And le quiero se, le cha cha cha, le cha cha cha. Okay. We doing Justice Cabaret. Before I get started, make sure I hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what y'all think about this video. This episode really pissed me off because it just shows the hater in the girls. Like, y'all is some haters. Y'all don't know how to take a cute cunt girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just shows. It's the jealousy kind of seeps in their skin. And this episode made me like Danny. Shout out to Danny, okay? Because Danny, to me, called something out that I appreciated she called out because the girls are being hypocrites. Because the same stuff they was calling Danny and Drea out about is the same stuff they're doing this season. Isn't that funny? So that's the point. I'm jumping ahead, but yeah. Let's start. Anyway, Joseline went to go see like a potential strip club that she's going to put the cabaret in, and Jocelyn had her top size out. Like, can you put a top on? The guy couldn't even look correctly because all he kept looking was to maybe take a peek at the top ties. Okay, he wanted to peek. He wanted to maybe cop a feel. There's shade. Okay, they looked good. They looked perky. I didn't like the location that they showed. To me, it looked a little old. It gave like old cabaret. It gives give me fever. When you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight, you give me fever. It gave that type of cabaret, okay? Not Pussycat Dolls cabaret. Jocelyn cabaret to me, I wouldn't compare it to the PCD, but that's the closest you maybe get to PCD, okay? And we all know Jocelyn is Nicole, and the other girl, she don't want to sing. And in Jocelyn's case, the other girl, she don't want them to have the limelight. So that's why I compare them. The closest we get to PCD in this generation is Jocelyn's Cabaret. So Ricardo is standing there in the studio with his big booty. And then here comes Egypt and Neek, which, by the way, Neek, you're a glutton for punishment. Because she talking about, I want to come back to you and, you know, do what I got to do. And I'm like, Jocelyn literally just cussed you out, told you to talk to the couch and show most stuff. But they probably begged her to come back. I wouldn't say beg her, but I think Lemmy Pepper and them asked her to come back for storyline purposes, to be honest, to make it a little bit more drama. And then Egypt coming back, I wouldn't have came back if I was her because you ain't really even do much. And you know, she kind of like was disrespectful towards you. Once again, I feel like they asked her to come back and she said yes. I don't think they grovel like, please, please let me come back. I just don't see either one of them doing that, especially Egypt. Neek, I could maybe see her doing that because she loved the cabaret at one point. But Egypt, I don't think we want to come back after the way that she left. Okay. So Ricardo's talking to him. He's like, hey, did y'all talk to Jocelyn? Like, the girls are gonna be pissed. I'm kind of glad to see y'all, but you know, it's gonna create drama, blah, 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 blah. I think Ricardo likes having Neek there because he knows that the audience love Neek and that she is a really, really good dancer. So I think anytime Neek is involved, he's happy. So we get to rehearsals, and apparently freaking Kanaya is apparently in Dez's spot that is marked, and she's like, oh, you in my spot, you in my spot, move out my way, move out my way, why you in my way, move out my way, yeah, move. Okay, Dez reminds me of Estelita, just over dramatic and just annoying. Y'all see Estelita over there on TikTok the other day? Bitch, that hoe looked like a different person. The bitch looked like Esther. I'm like, Estelita? I couldn't believe that was her when I seen over there on that TikTok. Sorry to throw shade at her, but I just had to mention that because I truly gagged. So they arguing. Dez is over there popping her neck. Keep that in mind. She popping her neck at Kanaya. She's popping and stuff like that. And that's when Ricardo, they finished the rehearsal. He like, oh, I'm finna take a break, y'all. It's time to eat. Ricardo always getting something to eat, chat. Ricardo, one thing about Ricardo, he gonna eat. Last time we seen him, he was at the DoorDash. He was at the door waiting on the DoorDash. So he gonna get him something to eat. So the girls are all sitting down at while they're on their break, and they start talking about how they're getting a good flow and they love the sisterhood that they have no going on. First of all, we need to ban the word sisters from Zeus. Get rid of the Malone sisters, the baddie sisters. My sister, she's my sister. Y'all always talk about each other behind each other back. Y'all be fighting each other, sleeping with each other, nigga. But then y'all sisters. How does that work? There is nothing sisterly about that. It just doesn't make sense to me. So I wasn't mad at Kanaya for laughing the way that she was, because I would have did the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Big jokes. Yeah, it's not no sisterhood. I mean, for God's sakes, Drea fucking slapped the shit out of Danny at the reunion, and they were supposed to be the best of sisters. Like, come on now. To even use that word is a big joke, and it needs to get banned. So Erica proceeds to ask her, "Oh, why are you laughing when we said daddy sisters?" And then that's what Kanai's like, "Yeah, I'm laughing because the way that y'all treat me and stuff, it's not sisterly. Like y'all be coming for me even when the cameras are off. Like y'all be doing the most. The fact that she said they be doing that when the cameras are off is giving y'all not even doing it just for like reality TV, because y'all know certain shows, especially with these stupid network shows, they do certain stuff to conjure up storylines. Like they'll start up drama just for TV, and then off camera, you know how the baddies sometimes do, and off camera they be kick. Like it's not that serious, right? But to hear Kanai say they still be doing that stuff off camera, y'all some hating ass bitches. I'm gonna go on the record and say this: something about Dez gives me very anti-black. No shade. I said it. Argue with your mama if you don't agree with me. Something about her gives very Erica Mena. If you know, you know. I'm not have to go into detail about it. It gives very Erica Mena. I see right through her. Okay? Right through her. Like the type of girl that hates on the fully pretty gorgeous black girl. It's no shade. That's what she gives me. I see it all throughout. Because in her confession, she's like, she's over here popping her neck and stuff like that. Girl, you was popping your neck when you was telling her you was in her spot. Your hair was about to pop off like you was a damn Chucky doll. Like, shut up. Like, please. And I'm glad Danny called out in this episode, like I said in the beginning, that they're being hypocrites. Because this, y'all, like, the stuff that y'all doing was the same stuff y'all was mad at Danny and Dre about, was jumping. The only difference is y'all eating each other pussy. So I'm confused. Y'all are hypocrites. Okay? It's giving jealousy, envy, ugliness, all of the sorts, all of the above. That's what is given to me. Okay? I'm trying to find a clip, y'all, but yeah, that's what it's given to me. Ugliness, jealousy.
You was jealous. That's jealousy. That's hate. That's ugliness, bitch.
No shade. It did. It did throughout. Okay? So then Des starts coming at Kanai. She's like, "Oh, why are you? Because look at the way you talking to her. Look at the way you talking to her. You're like talking to her crazy. You're talking to her to all types of crazy. Like, look at how you talking about to her and stuff." And I'm like, she's really not. She's answering the question passionately because Erica's coming at her. Let's keep it a buck. Next thing you know, she starts going at it with Des, right? And that's when Kanai's like, "You B, you a B, you a B." They start to get up. They start scrapping. Erica jump in. Erica, you need to stop trying to fight. I'm sorry. Just stop while you're ahead. How you sneak her and still get clocked? You got clocked and rocked and you snuck. Like you could have just sat that one out and just let them get the fair one because you didn't even do nothing, to be honest. Because Kanai was socking you all up in your face, left, right, and center. You looking crazy, looking like you are Jigsaw. Okay, y'all calling Jigsaw Jigsaw? No, Erica's the new Jigsaw, especially in that confessional with that red on. Like they really starting to piss me off because it's like y'all at this point are picking on that girl. Because it's one thing with Neek, because I could see why the girls be irritated with Neek, because Neek does talk a lot. She's very opinionated and she don't know when to shut up. Kanaya seems like she be minding her business half the time, from what we've seen so far. So it's like, what's the problem? You can't call her pussy because she fought. So now it's just giving jealousy and envy. That's it. And there's no other ways around it. I just don't get it. So then she started fighting Erica. Then here come Des trying to jump in. Des, you really wasn't doing nothing either. It's just like y'all can't even, both of y'all can't fight. Even jumping, y'all not even doing nothing. So as Des is fighting Kanaya, she ends up scratching her face. That's a tell sign of a girl that's a hater. They gonna scratch your face to make you look ugly because they're insecure about themselves. Okay, it's not Kanaya's fault, Des, that your age is slowly but surely showing behind all that makeup. That's not her fault. That's something you need to take up with God, Dr. Miami, Dr. Curves, wrestling, Botox, okay? Refill, get you some of that Meta Spa cream that they be selling from like those Chinese stores online, and it'll make you get some anti-aging cream. There's other things that you can do besides hate. So Kanai realizes her face is scratched out and she starts to get to crying. No shade. I would have been extra pissed because them is two so they some scissor sisters. So you mean to tell me you take your nasty fingers, your gnarly fingers, and you scratch me? I need a tetanus shot ASAP. You would have had me messed up. Scissor sisters, and then you scratch me. Who knows what orifices them nails been under? Oh my god, I would have been living like Kanaya. Okay. So Kanai was just hot. She starts going off. She's like, yo, fuck the F y'all, F all of y'all, F all of y'all. I'm coming for all of y'all, man. F y'all. Oh man. Okay. She starts to kind of cry a little bit. The scratch was pretty big. Lex, I don't know why you lied to that girl. She like, it's a little scratch. You put a little Vaseline. Nah, baby. That was like damn near a gash. Okay. That was a big, 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 big scar. We're gonna call Kanaya Mufasa. Big fat Mufasa. Make a Brit naked, make a boot papa. Someone say they ugly, someone say oh god, raw. So she like, F y'all, and you that ugly, you all with them dirty ass kids. She said something about kids. I'm not gonna lie, if my face gets scratched up like that, ain't nothing off limits. That was a big scratch. I'm sorry. I ain't never seen a scratch like that in a minute. That was a big scratch. If Danny and Drea don't be scratching that deep, y'all have no reason to be scratching like that. I'm sorry. And then Des like, oh, I didn't do it. If you didn't do it, Erica did it. So one of y'all did it. Y'all nasty. Oh my god! Like I don't know how can I stay like she didn't stay calm. Don't get me wrong, but like this is why I couldn't do. A lot of y'all be saying, "Oh, you need to do this show." Did you? If I go on one of them shows, I take it a step too far. That's why I don't put myself in situations like that because I know my temper, and when I get mad, and people that have worked with me in real life, they know this. Yeah. Like I'm not going it's not going it's not going to stop at fighting. There's going to be more. And it might end me up in behind bars with many jail time. So I rather not cuz I like my freedom. Put myself in positions like that cuz I'm telling you like no, especially my face, like y'all see my skin y'all. This ain't no filter nothing like you feel me like very good skin, no acne, none of that. So it's like somebody scratch me, oh my god, I would literally freak out. I don't think I understand. The cameras would have got broken. I'm telling you, I would have literally took the boom box that they be holding and just start whacking everybody in that room with it. I'm telling you. So we see Danny go in there with G Baby and a couple of other girls, which I'm liking Danny this season. I really am. I feel like she has a clear head so far. The beginning was sort of rough, but she was still reeling over betraying Jocelyn's trust. But I like the fact that she's sort of staying out of the mess and sort of peeping tea. And the girls were like, oh my God, like, did y'all see her face? Like, her face was that bad. I feel like a lot of them gag because they be fighting, but like, they don't be getting injured like that. Like, the biggest injury we've been seeing is like, Jigsaw with the little big knot. But besides that, they be having maybe an itty bitty scratch or maybe a little bit of a swollen eye, but nothing like crazy like that scratch. That Freddy Krueger. Anyways, so they're talking and stuff like that. They're like, okay, boom, we're gonna get to like rehearsals and stuff, right? Then Jocelyn goes and sees the second club. That second club, I hope Jocelyn you picked it. That club was fucking lit. I love the way that it looked. The colors were amazing. Like Johnson really did her big one. Just looking around and stuff because that second one was way better than the first one. The first one gave old lady tease. Okay, but that second one, she ate down. I think that would be the way to go when it comes to cabaret. I know the club already did their opening and stuff, but if I would think of like Jocelyn having a club, that's what I would imagine it looking like. It looked more new, it looked more modern. I know Jessica Dime is watching this, very disappointed. Because this was Jessica Dime's vision. I'll never forgive Tila for what he did to Dime, the fountain of Dime. All she wanted was her own reunion, and you couldn't even give her that. You get what I'm saying? And like I don't know. I just didn't like the way they did her. You know what I'm saying? Justice for the men. You hear me? Like I feel like maybe you should try to call Tilo. But then again, Johnson's gonna put us not call Tilo, call Lemmy. But then again, Johnson's gonna put a stop to that. So yeah. And so next we see Kanaya sitting down with G Baby and then Sky, and basically they start talking about the whole situation. By the way, Kanaya is this. Girl, bye. I'm telling you, I could never be on any of these networks. Cause the day I would, somebody would know I would end up behind bars. Y'all be like, yeah, I would have to make free PR shirts. I have to make free PR shirts. Cause to go home with that on my face, somebody gotta pay. We gotta be twins. You get what I'm saying? So when somebody asks you, oh my god, what happened to your face? Be like, oh, this person did it, but guess what I did to them? Look at this. You get what I'm saying? Like, we gonna have to be twins. So she starts describing the fight, and she basically said that when she was fighting Erica, Des came over and literally clawed her. This is what I was saying earlier with the jealousy, envy, and hate. Very much anti. Yeah. Because for you to do that, you could have punched. Do you not know how to fight? So you claw her instead and ruin her face because you're jealous. That's what it is. It's something I'm telling you about a black woman that comes in poised and has it all together and is beautiful that intimidates the room. I'm telling you, I've seen it so many times. It's troubling to some people. It shakes people at their core because they so used to the girlies being ratchet and a hood, and you get what I'm saying. So when they see the opposite, they don't know what to do. It's like they can't take it. So they start talking about how she was about Lexi and how she stepped in, because at one point Kanaya did snap on Lexi. She basically was like, you won't have my back either, you too. Which y'all gotta understand, this is why I sympathize with Kanaya. If you had a scratch right down your face that big, you would not be thinking clearly. I'm sorry. I do not think Kanaya would have said those words about the child, about her mothering, whatever it was, had she not had that on her face. If they just jumped her and they didn't put that scratch on her face, Kanai wouldn't have said all that. She probably would have been like, F you, F you, F you, boo, boo, boo. But once she noticed and felt blood and felt, something come about her face, that's when that came up out of her. Because she know that's going to last either a little bit or it may be permanent. Okay? So that's when that all started happening. So I think that's why she reacted the way that she did. Because Sky was like, oh, how could you say that? You're not a mother. Sky, you about as light as Michael Jackson. Let somebody scratch your face up like that, and then let's see if you have the same thoughts. Because, girl, your face would be red as a fucking tomato. Red as a tomato. Because you about light as Michael. You about light as LCK makeup or Durabaddy's Africa. Okay? Over there talking. Like I just hate when people like they can't put themselves in other people's shoes. Like, I'm sorry, whether I liked Kanai or not, that was a big ass scratch. I don't care. So y'all, all the girls meet in the rehearsal room and they show that Neek and Chinks is back, and all the girls surprisingly were happy. They're like, yay, they're here to see their girls and stuff. And Neek was just like, yeah, I'm glad that I'm back too, because I came to do what I do. And that's when Ricardo's like, what you be doing though, Neek. You be talking out of turn and you have your opinion and you think you could just say what you want. And I'm like, this is why this season I kind of noticed why the girls were getting into it with Neek, because she does talk a lot. I peeped that this season. I'm like, damn, you talk a lot. You be interrupting people too. Like, damn, girl, shut up. You know what I'm saying? I like Neek, but she talks a lot. Okay. So then Jocelyn ends up going to meet with Chink. Jocelyn is talking to Chinks and she's just like, oh my God, you back. Why you came back? Like, I don't know if I could trust you, Chinks. You punched my girls in her kitty. Like, why you punch my in her kitty? Like, I don't know. And Jocelyn said, when you look at that girl, Chinks, she look like a cat. She do look like a cat, no shade, but a cute one. Chinks is pretty, okay? No shade. Chinks is an entertainer too. So shout out to Chinks. I like Chinks. Thank you. I love who supports me. Okay. I'm always love who support me. She is an entertainer. And she tells Jocelyn, she's like, yo, like you gotta worry about them. I'm not worried about them. So Jocelyn, like, come in here with me. So they go together in the rehearsal room. So she walks in the rehearsal hall and she sees Neek and um Egypt, aka Shrek. And she starts calling them out. She just like, I don't know who gave these girls permission to come into my rehearsal hall. I never wanted these bitches to be here, but they're here. So Neek, you know what you did? Out of all of the girls who disappointed me, it was you, Neek. It was you. You know what I'm talking about, right? And Neek's like, yeah. Neek don't even know what she's talking about. She just said it so for her to be quiet. Then we get to Egypt. And she like, Egypt, you a big B, okay? Ever gives me Shrek and then they give me Ogre. Next thing you know, we see Egypt pop up with a red wig in the confessionals. When I tell you I screamed. Let me tell y'all something. Oh my god, that was so funny to me because I'm like the irony in her looking like Fiona is crazy. I'm an ogre. So then they start talking to Kanai. They're like, "Why you got that bandage on your face?" So Ricardo was like, "Oh, I wasn't in the room, but apparently they were jumping." Blah 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 blah. So then shoot, Johnson's just like, "Okay, okay, but why you tell Ricardo that bitch you want to get on the floor? What's up with that?" So apparently Kanaya didn't want to do a dance move. According to her, Ricardo tried to switch her and I think Dre or Danny to do a dance last minute, a part of the dance last minute, but she said her mind doesn't compute that quickly, so she would forget. That's why she said no. But according to Ricardo, she said, no, I'm not doing it. But the way Des made it seem, I'm not getting on the floor. I'm too good for the floor. I really doubt she said that. I just don't believe that. I think she was trying to add to it to make Kanaya look worse than what she actually said. She probably may have said no, but I don't think she said I'm better than being on the floor and all that. Because I remember seeing a video that Kanaya posted and she's on the floor on her knees in front of Jocelyn. So what are we talking about? Like, oh my god, these girls and the hate that they have is crazy. So Jocelyn decides she wants to get rid of two girls. Before that, Des snitches on Kanai was just like, oh yeah, and she be talking about how she be telling us things that you told her. Yeah. So apparently, I guess Jocelyn is the one that told Kanaya that maybe I guess Des is a bad mom and how all that stuff she doing. But the way Kanaya said it, she was going off for her own opinion that like you doing all this nasty stuff on TV and you know you got kids, you got your kids that's watching that, you got your kids got to go to high school, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it even came from Jocelyn. That just came from her own brain. So I don't even think Johnson could be blamed for that. And if she is talking about you in a negative way like that, Des, why do you want to work for her? She talking about you as a mother. But you still want to work for her? Girl, bye. So Jocelyn is taking Ricardo to see which two girls she wants to send home. And she's looking at the picture. She like, you always trying to play Captain Save Ho. Bitch, I want that hoe to go home. Bitch, I want that hoe to go home. Right? So they end up going out there to the hallway and they decide the two girls. They come back and they say, Neek and Kanaya, I want y'all to have a battle off. So they start dancing. Here's the thing with the dancing. Kanaya is more of a boom cat dancer. Very Lorianne Gibson, very much whoop, wop, wop, weep, bop, bop, beep, bop, boom. Rhythm Nation. She's that type of dancer. Where Neek is more so, I got baby. That she's more sensual with it. So Neek to me did win the battle. I do feel like she kind of cheated though by going over to Jocelyn. I kind of wish she stayed on the floor and kept freestyling. But her dance went more with the song than Kanaya's did. Kanaya's was too like rigid hip hop. You could tell she's a choreography type of girl. Like you show her a 8 count, she's gonna pick it up quick. Neek, she may not pick it up quick, but she'll make it her own. So there's that. But Neek won the war. I will say that. Okay. So Jocelyn asked Danny a very interesting question. She like, Danny, why do you like to side with the new girls in the cabaret also, always, but now with your OG sisters of the cabaret? I said, ooh, I did peep that. Danny this season has been down with the new G's. I mean, can you blame her? You got these two idiot bitches jumping people. Drea acting as if she's been doing acid. Like, come on now. I would side with the newbies too. Jocelyn ends up doing her elimination and she ends up getting rid of Jane Doe, which was kind of sad because I thought she was gonna make it a lot farther than she did. And she actually knows how to dance. If you follow her on the gram, that girl kaboom cat down. Okay, like she has real skill. And she gets booked a lot. No shade. Like she's actually one of the most known girls out of the cast, to be honest. And we left on a cliffhanger of who goes home. Next episode, I'm glad Chinks checked Sky because Sky, I liked her at first, but I don't like her. She gives me follower. Like, it's like, girl, you have so much potential. Like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh my god, I don't get how you could befriend the girls that literally got you. Like, they got you, girl. Like, they put you through the ringer. Okay. Let me know what y'all think down below. Shout out to Jinx. And we're out, baby.